Hey guys, it's Tamaya, and this is me behind the scenes.
Better recognize when I see you, I really want you. Hit the club for you. Light skin got it new, do. Even look like low, too. I be tripping with this money, yeah. Hit the strip.
Okay, so y'all, I'm back with another video after, I don't even know how long, honestly. Couldn't tell you if I tried. But I'm not gonna say I'm gonna be more active because I feel like that jinxes it. So I'm gonna try the best way that I can. Like, I just haven't been really looking right these past couple of months. So this is the only time I'm really looking right, and that's because homecoming coming up. So yeah. Okay. So as you can tell by the title, today's topic is a Bible study, right? And today we're going to be talking about how envy is the thief of joy. Now, everybody knows, like, everybody's heard the word about envy. Like, it's really, it's really big in our generation around this time. Like, everybody's envy or jealous of something. But the thing is, nobody really knows what envy or jealous means. A lot of people get jealous and envy mixed up because nobody knows the real definition, right? So this is what jealousy is by definition. Jealousy is a social emotion caused by someone's belief that something which is rightfully theirs may be taken by another person. So example, I got a man, right? It's me and my boo. We locked in tight forever, right? I don't actually have a man. But yeah, if I did, right? So then there's this girl. They real cool, but they starting to get a little close. Like, they starting to get a little close, start a little talking, whatever. So now I'm feeling a type of way because I feel like my man is going to be snatched by this girl. That is jealousy. Now, envy is what everybody thinks jealousy is. Envy is a negative emotion that arises when someone compares themselves to another person and feels inferior or inadequate in some way. For me, envy is really it's really bad on me. I ain't gonna lie. Like, you know what J. Cole says? He says, love yours, but sometimes I don't be loving mine. You know what I'm saying? I be envious of, people's relationships. Like, I be comparing, like, why am I not like them? Like, why don't I have a boyfriend? Or why don't I have that? Or this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? Why don't I have more money? Why are they like, prettier than me or something like that? You know what I'm saying? So that is really what envy is. And I feel like, well, to me, it's really prone to me and stuff like that. And I'm really like a victim of it. And I've been trying to work on it. Like, I've been trying to basically love what I have because that's what God has given to me. So there are two main stories in the Bible that deal with envy. That is Sarah's envy and Joseph's brother's envy. So the first envy we're going to talk about is Sarah's, right? Before her name was Sarah, her name was Sarai. And before Abraham was Abraham, his name was Abram. So Abraham and Sarai, they were together, hundreds of thousands of years, whatever, right? They were pretty old, and around like past 40, women they can get pregnant, but it's really like rare and things like that or whatever, right? So Sarai was past 40. Okay, she was past 40. So they couldn't really, she couldn't really get pregnant by Abram and stuff like that. And that's what Sarah believed. She believed that she could not get pregnant. So instead of, really believing in the Lord, you know what I'm saying? She decided to be, envious of Hagar. Hagar was their servant, and she was really young, pretty and stuff like that. And she could get pregnant because she was so young. Envy makes you do really crazy and delusional things. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hold you, okay? It really does. So instead of just waiting, trusting in the Lord, Sarai decides to give up her husband, Abram, and give him to Hagar.
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side.
Now, I don't know what was going through her mind, but personally, me, like, I would never, ever, 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 ever give up the man that God gave me. Like, just a big fat no. Especially to another woman. And she did this so that Hagar can get pregnant, and that so Abram could have a child, because they didn't have any children, like, period. Like, it's not like she got pregnant when she can't get pregnant again. No, she didn't have no children, period. And so I'm like, no, it's either I have the child or we won't have any. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so she decides, like, because her envy made her basically lose conscience up here, she decides to let Hagar get pregnant by her husband. So boom, Hagar ends up getting pregnant. And, you know, instead of Sarai being like, you know, this is basically my stepson and this, that, and the third, she decides to be mad at Hagar because she got pregnant. So now I'm just like when I was reading this, I was like, girl, that's your fault. Like, why are you mad at Hagar because she actually got pregnant when you're the one that gave her the chance to get pregnant? So she's like treating her like trash and all this stuff like that, to the point where Hagar literally ran away, like really ran away. And it's just like crazy to me that like envy really can make you really do like crazy things. Like, I've done stupid things, like, and I apologize for stuff like that, of course, but yeah, envy really makes you do stupid things. And it's the fact that she just decided to bash her when it was really her own actions that did that. You know what I'm saying? So they end up, Abram and Sarai, they end up, you know, repenting for their sins and stuff, and they end up, you know, becoming Abraham and Sarah.
Child. Anyway, so.
And that is when God sends down an angel to tell Sarah that she will have a son. You know, she laughs. She's like, girl, like, I'm wrinkly old and stuff. I can't have no son. And it's just like, oh, so you saying that the Lord can't provide? Like, you saying that the Lord can't do what I'm saying that he can do? And so she's like, I ain't laugh. Like, girl, you lying. Why are you lying? And so she does end up getting pregnant, and she does, you know, birth Isaac. But my thing with that is that she couldn't be happy. You know what I'm saying? She was too busy being upset, being angry because she couldn't get pregnant, then being angry because Hagar got pregnant with Abraham's first son, and all this, and that, and third, and stuff like that. And it's just like, girl, you keep being angry and keep being angry, you can't even have no joy in your life, like, at all. And it's like, even when Ishmael was born and stuff like that, she completely dismissed him, honestly, like. And it's just like, if Sarah was not so envious, would she have gotten what she wanted earlier in time? And that's what a lot of people need to think about. It's like, other people's blessings are not your blessings. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, when I sometimes envious of other people and what they have or whatever, maybe they have that because God blessed them with that, and he's gonna bless me with something different. But with, you know, and I'm with Sarah or whatever, she's trying to rush the blessing, right? She's trying to rush something that God is telling her basically to take her time on, right? Because she wants Abraham to have something so bad because they need an heir and stuff like that. But it's just like, slow down, like, let God handle it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the main thing is with that is like, do not rush your blessings just because somebody got it before you. Take your time. God literally plans accordingly. He gives you blessings when you're ready and when you truly do, like, you truly need it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, just be cautious. It's like with me, like when I was like, before I lived in this house, I lived like in Silverway, whatever. I was poor. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I wouldn't say I was poor, but I was like, I did not have the money that I have now, basically. So like I was wearing hand-me-downs from like my cousin. I was wearing hand-me-downs from my sister. Like I did not like have the stuff that I have now, or like I don't have, not the wealth, but the blessings and stuff that I have now, because, you know, like my parents just didn't have the money. And so I was envious of everybody and stuff like that. And like I was always so like hurt and sad when I seen, you know, people got them Jordans, got all these nice clothes and stuff like that. And I didn't have that because I was not money. Like I was not money. And so yeah, it was really hard for me growing up or whatever. But look at me now. God has blessed me and my family financially to the point where if I want something, I may not get it then and there, but I will eventually get it. And that's because, you know, God wanted me to love what I had even when I was poor, so that I can even love what I have now when I have, you know, a little bit of money. And so that's why I want to, you know, be okay with what I have now, because hey, God ain't gonna bless you when you're being too greedy, okay? You can't be like, God, thank you for everything you've done for me. Please give me some money. And then when you give you money, he's like, please give me some more money. And it's just like, please give me some more money. And it's like, please, like, calm down. Like, thank him for what you have. Use that accordingly and just wait. You know what I'm saying? Patience is really key. And when you're not happy with what you have and are consistently comparing yourself with what other people have that you don't, you're never going to be happy, like, at all. So the next story is, of course, Joseph's story. And so basically, right, Jacob is this guy or whatever, right? And he had originally, before, he had wanted to marry this girl. He wants to marry this girl named Rebecca, allegedly. I don't know if that's her name. But he could not, because the father of the girl said that you have to marry the first sister first, and then, you know. So he had to marry Leah. He did not want to marry Leah. So he had to marry Leah or whatever, right? And then in order, again, to marry the girl that he did want to marry, he had to work for 7 years for her father in order to actually, like, finally marry her. So once, like, they married or whatever, mind you, him and Leah, like, they've been had kids and stuff like that. Him and the girl that he actually wanted to marry finally, you know, had kids, and that's where Joseph came, right? So this is what Genesis 37, 5 through 11, not 5 through 11, 3 through 11. So sorry. So this is what it says. This is the NLT version, okay? And I'm using my phone because I have a Bible, but it's the King James version, and y'all know I can't understand that. So it says, Jacob loved Joseph more than any of his other children because Joseph had been born to him in his old age. So one day Jacob had a special gift made for Joseph, a beautiful robe. But his brothers hated Joseph because their father loved him more than the rest of them. They couldn't say a kind word to him. One night Joseph had a dream, and when he told his brothers about it, they hated him more than ever. Listen to this dream, he said. We were out in the field tying up bundles of grain. Suddenly my bundle stood up, and your bundles all gathered around and bowed low before mine. His brothers responded, so you think you will be our king, do you? Do you actually think you will reign over us? And they hated him all the more because of his dreams and the way he talked about them. Soon Joseph had another dream, and again he told his brothers about it. Listen, I have had another dream, he said. The sun, moon, and 11 stars bowed low before me. This time he told the dream to his father as well as to his brothers. But his father scowled at him. What kind of dream is that, he asked. Will your mother and I and your brothers actually come and bow to the ground before you? But while his brothers were jealous of Joseph, his father wondered what the dreams meant. So with this, it's like, you can really see where it all stems from. And it's, I ain't gonna lie, it's low-key Jacob's fault. Like, you know, when I was growing up and stuff like that, like, no cat, no bad brother, like, I love my family or whatever, but I was like really highly neglected as the middle child. And even like in the past recent years and stuff like that, because like my sister, you know, she was going through a lot in middle school and in high school and stuff, and then now she's going to college, so she's like a lot of attention was on her. And then, you know, my brother, he's the baby and he's the only boy, so a lot of attention was on him, and there was really not a lot of attention on me. So that made me envious of both my siblings because they were getting the love that I really wanted. And so it's like it really starts from there. So that's why you always like should, you know, love your children equally and stuff like that, so that they don't become envious of their siblings. And I'm not saying I'm not envious of my siblings anymore, because my parents of course have fixed, you know, that after I've, you know, spoken about it consistently. But yeah, so I feel like it was really Jacob's fault why, you know, there was envious. And then it kind of added salt to the wound when Joseph was telling them about, like, not only did he get a special robe, but he got 2 dreams talking about how basically like all these things and stuff like that are bowing down to him, so that he must be like, you know, this high person, that he's better than everybody and stuff like that. But I feel like, I don't think Joseph was telling them in like a bragging type of point, but more so of like, y'all, was like, I just want to tell y'all this dream that I had is like so crazy and stuff like that, like I don't know what's going on type, you know what I'm saying. But so yeah, so they was very envious to the point where they decided to like basically like we gotta get this boy gone. Like, he over here thinking he better than anybody. We gonna show him like he not better than anybody. So they ended up like basically selling him into slavery. And I guess they just wanted to like basically belittle him, because he's like, you're over here, you know, trying to act like you're the king and king of everybody and stuff like that or whatever. Let me show you where you really stand. You know what I'm saying? And so even through like with this, it's like the brothers were never happy. They were never happy for their brother. They weren't. And so even with that, they couldn't even, you know, be a happy and well-rounded family. All they really had to do was like go to the father and be like, yo, you treating Joseph a little bit more, you know, like, where's my coat? Like, where's my robe? You never bought me nothing. You never made me nothing like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? But like, even with the envy and things like that, like, you know, Joseph still prevailed. Even when like, you know, his brothers went to Egypt or whatever and stuff like that, Joseph really could have treated them like crap. Like, I mean, like crap. But he didn't, because at the end of the day, that's still his blood. But so yeah, so with what you call it, oh my gosh, it's like I can't even speak. Ooh, it's only nothing but the devil. Anyways, Joseph's brothers really took away their joy of having a love and a whole family or whatever, and seeing their brother grow up, all because they were envious of what God had basically planned for him. Like, that's really it. They missed out on all the years of growing up with their own baby brother just because they were envious of him, when things could have really been changed. So it's just like really listen to J. Cole, like really love yours, because at the end of the day, like, this is all you have. Like, this is really all you have. You hating on another person, or not hating on another person, comparing yourself to another person is not gonna like make you transform into them. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. In order for you to continue to get blessings, you have to love what you have in the first place. You have to love what you have. Like, you have to love what God blessed you in the first place. That's really it. Like, just really love, because, you know, if I give you something and you're like, oh my gosh, thanks, what else? I'm like, shoot, girl, like, you know what I'm saying? That's probably how God feels. It's like, you know, I'm blessing you and blessing you and blessing you, and you like, and you still compare yourself to other people. It's just like, you know, what's not meant for you won't happen to you. You know what I'm saying? If you think, oh my gosh, like, those Balenciagas are so cute, I need them. Like, she you know, she's here, whatever, like, I want to be her and stuff like that. Like, I'm so upset that I don't have those. Maybe it's because that's not your style. You ever thought of that? You only seeing the value and stuff like that. Maybe Balenciagas aren't your style. Maybe Vans are more your style. Or maybe like Sambas or something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's just not you. Or maybe you might go broke trying to get those. You ever thought of that? You know what I'm saying? So it's really just like you having envy over people and stuff like that is not gonna let you like be happy with yourself. Be content in yourself. You're always going to be like, you're always going to feel like you're not good enough. And that's not good, you know? You need to have self-confidence. You need to feel like you are, you need to feel like you are the best person on earth. Like, you are that girl. You are him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, like, that's really my challenge. Like, I've been better on it. Honestly, I've been persevering on it. Like, I think I'm pretty. I think what I have is enough and stuff like that. Of course, you know, there's always, I want more. But right now, it's like, I'm in this big old house. Never had nothing like this before. I mean, okay, not nice clothes right now, but, you know, I'm in this nice clothes. I got my own, like, come on, I got my own iPad. I have an iPhone. Like, I have all these things that I did not have when I was growing up, when I was a little girl. So I'm just really just blessed to have what I have now in the first place. So it's really just like, guys, like, be happy with where you are and where you are now so that you can continue to gain blessed. You know what I'm saying? And even like, you should be to the point where it's just like, even if a blessing happens, like, you're just like, wow, like, I don't really need it, but thank you. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's really the point of what you call it. I'm sorry, guys. That's really the point of this video, and that's what I want to tell you, because I feel like everybody in this generation sees everybody, you know, having designer, having this, having that, and it's just like, especially me, like, I be seeing people all on Instagram, on Twitter, at school, always having this, that, and the third and stuff like that. But I just feel like, you know, like, it don't even have to actually be material things. Let's really clock it. It don't even have to be actual material things. It could be somebody smarter than you. You know what I'm saying? It can have somebody like being in a better relationship or whatever and stuff like that. But you just have to better yours. You know me, like, my friend Shizwa, she's the smartest girl I know. You know what I'm saying? She's really the smartest girl I know. And sometimes I'm a little bit envy of her, like, that she has like all like this big brains and she can really get into a lot of different colleges, while I'm really stuck with a little minimum or whatever. But at the same time, I know I'm smart. I have a 3.9 GPA. I may have failed that AP test, but I passed the class. Okay, amen. But still, like, I'm still grateful for the grace that I have, even though, like, I may feel like she's smarter than me. Or, like, you know, like, oh, like, their relationship looks so cute, and, like, I want to be like that and stuff like that. You don't know what's happening in the background. You just know what's happening in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? They might be toxic. They might be going through arguments and all this stuff like that. They may be cheating on each other or something like that. You don't know. You do not know. So it's better to love what you have now, because you do not know, like, what that person, you know, did to get there, what the person did to get that, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? So really just love what you have around you. Love the supportive family that you have around you. If you don't have that, love the friends that you have. Love yourself. You know what I'm saying? Be about yourself. Love yours. And so yeah, that is the Bible study of today. I probably have more, because I actually like talking like about this stuff. So yeah. Okay, thank you so much for, you know, listening to my Bible study. I hope you guys, you know, got a little something out of it. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to spread the word I can. And yeah, know that God loves you, and so do I. Bye.